Hey UConn Nation, it's KK Arnold here. If you're looking for the latest UConn women's basketball content, go subscribe to Listen Up to Phil and Ryan. Go Huskies!
Thank you, KK. It's Phil and Rye on Listen Up. And Rye, in this video, we're going to talk about how AZ's bag is getting deep. That's what one fan commented, Rye, in reference to this video. I think this is great because a lot of times we don't get to see summer workout videos. And you brought it to my attention today. You said, Phil, they got to get back on the pod because, hey, Ryan, I mean, with the new hairstyle she has, with the new look, right? And the new touch on the basketball, the crisscross applesauce, whatever they're calling it out there. Look, Ryan, I mean, the transition pull up three, it's all there. And I think this is the best that not only in practice means a lot, right? But I think this is the best Azzi Fudd that you and I and everybody else are going to witness this season coming up.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I think it's a great possibility that this could be Azzi Fudd's best season. And we're staying on the topic of summer workouts because we're kind of in the mood for him. And Azzi Fudd just posted this 1 minute video of her draining some beautiful baskets during a workout. It showcased the guard performing multiple crossover moves like you just saw, dribble techniques. Fudd made pull-up jumpers and three-point shots. So, of course, we already knew how pure her shot was and that beautiful stroke of hers, but it's one of the best shots in the college game, and I know I'm really excited to watch Azzi Fudd for one final season in a UConn jersey. She'll be entering her redshirt senior year, so her fifth year with the team. Unfortunately, Flood has had to deal with some injuries in every season actually with the team so far. Of course, during her freshman season, she missed about a month. Her sophomore season, she missed 2 months. In Flood's junior year, of course, she only lasted 2 games, and last year was actually her most healthy season yet, only missing a handful of games. So it would definitely be nice to see Azzi stay healthy throughout her final year with the Huskies. She's expected to be one of the main leaders of the team with Paige Beckers in the WNBA. So I'm definitely interested to see if her role changes slightly. Usually, Azzi doesn't bring the ball up the court. She's not usually the floor general on the court for the Huskies, but I think we can definitely expect to see a lot of points scored from the guard. And I think if she stays healthy, like we said at the beginning, it could possibly be one of her best seasons. And hopefully we get to see some of those moves that she showcased for us in that wonderful video during the season.
Hey guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Ryan, we appreciate everybody. We love you all. We appreciate you all a lot. And ring that bell to get every notification video on Listen Up. Ryan, I'm glad you bring it up because we talked about it, I think, previously, just for a short period of time about Azzi Fudd, how she's going to literally take over this team. And I think that this is out of everybody, right, in the whole country. I think she's one of the best to do it as far as a leadership role that is. No doubt in my mind. With that said, though, again, we've seen a lot of great play from Azzi Fudd on the floor, right? But again, I want to bring up to you her tendency to take most of the threes off of the catch, according to this report here. So according to this report, it says, and her tendency to take most of her threes off of the catch rather than off the dribble. So, Rye, I mean, and also it goes on to say, how about, and we witnessed it, we saw it, we witnessed it before. What about her ability to create advantages as a driver? So going down the lane, do you want to see what's one thing, because we praise her about her great 3-point shooting, right? We already know how that is. What's
Yeah.
one thing though that you have to have everybody else comment below? But I'm gonna ask you, Ryan. I'm sure there's one thing that you want to see Azzi Fudd do this season more than she ever has at UConn. Now I know the top of your list is stay healthy. I know that. So number two.
Yeah, I think for me it would probably be more drives to the basket and getting more aggressive. We've definitely seen in the past maybe when Paige Beckers is injured or out of the game, just on the bench, we've definitely seen teams before double team Azzi Fudd on the outside perimeter, not really letting her get the ball and shoot that 3-point shot, guarding her really closely. So I definitely like to see Azzi Fudd drive it into the paint more and maybe get some easy layups and drive past the defense. But that's why I say I think it's going to be interesting to see this season if Azzi Fudd brings up the ball more up the court. And perhaps UConn will set some plays for her, set some screens, try to get her more open so she's not double teamed a lot or her opponent's not just, guarding her really tightly the whole entire game. So I think that aspect of it will be fun to watch during the season. But I would definitely like to see AZ work on some of those post moves and driving towards the basket and getting more aggressive in that sense.
I truly believe this, right? I think that Azzi Fudd has the best year of all in her basketball career coming this season, 25-26. Hopefully, I'm right, right? And I have to point out to you, like always, not too far away from us, the Arlington, Virginia native, right? Arlington, Virginia. Let's go over to comments, Rye, and then we will head on out. The last video, they came through very well again, Rye, when we discussed summer workouts being underway. And this video, this topic on this episode goes right along with the last video. Just me said, Phil and Rod, thanks for keeping us UConn fans updated. Nice look with the shades to start the show. Let's hope all UConn players get to next fall without any new injuries. No jinx intended. Plus, thoughts are with the players on last year's injury list that they will all be 100% ready for next fall.
Yeah, definitely. I think Morgan Shelley and Ayanna Patterson, I'm really hoping both of them can come back, not only at the beginning of the season, but hopefully we get to see them during these summer workouts. But yeah, I think yeah, we definitely want to see another relatively healthy season. That was definitely a big part in why UConn was able to finally do it. This team has definitely had the talent for not just when we've been covering the team the last 3 or 4 years now, but for that long title drought that lasted about 10 years. They had the talent every single season, but those injuries just kept piling up every single year, and it was really it was really fun to watch the team finally stay relatively healthy the whole season. Paige and everybody else, all the starters stay healthy, and it was finally fun to watch the team put it all together and have everybody out there and be able to do it.
Jason D'Amico said, I'm going to begin my no injuries dance along with my no whammies chance. Time to see what we got, boys. Peace.
Yeah, I mean, whatever worked last season, we'll have to do it again or find some more chants or dances or whatever we want to do to try to keep this team healthy. But yeah, I think it'll be a really fun, great new season as we're coming close now, doing these summer workout videos and getting back in the gym, preparing for the new season. So I think this is obviously a great sign to see AZ back out there, motivated to come back out for a final season and defend that championship.
How about Desert Fox said, posted 23 hours or so ago, but you don't know that Ayanna is back and playing in the summer session? Whoa! I mean, look, Ryan and I have a life too. We try our best, but we also admit when we mess up. And Rye, I mean, look, we might have not have called it. You might have not have called it. So hey, that's great news. I'm glad you told us, Desert.
Yeah, and that's why we rely on you guys sometimes and make sure to read all the comments. So we know that you guys have our back sometimes. So yeah, that's great to hear. I'm glad. I'm really glad Ayanna was able to return it. It's good to see her back out there after we didn't unfortunately see her last year. So that's great news.
About one more, Rye. BRN Soldier. Hey, Phil and Rye, exciting times is on the horizon, my friends. A loaded team from every angle and every position. Looking at all the good teams from last season, I can't see one that's going to outscore these Huskies. Truly looking forward to the beginning of the season. Keep in mind there will be bumps in the road and lessons learned early, but will work itself out come March. Ooh, he used my favorite word in that comment, Rye. March.
Yeah, that's the best time of the year for sure. Yeah, I think, every season has some obstacles, some bumps in the road at some point, and it probably usually does come towards the beginning of the season, but I think yeah, it's hard to find a flaw with this UConn Huskies roster, so it's going to be really fun to watch the team grow throughout the season. Maybe some bumps in the road with the new faces and trying to get the chemistry and trying to pull the team all together. Maybe some players trying to grasp their new roles for the new season. But I think it's going to be really hard, like they just said, to outscore this team and for any team to try to get close to beat this team at some point during the season.
All right, right. We all know that Paige Beckers will never be forgotten in UConn. We know that, right? But how about Azzi Fudd? A champion is one who is remembered. A legend is one who is never forgotten. It's time for Azzi Fudd to jump on that next level, Rye. It's Phil and Rye on Listen Up.